time to divide both of the minds. Not in the sense of ownership like when they say that one's mine. You gotta open your mind so it can open your eyes. And I'm promoting that opening cause I'm noticing potent. As if epiphany's hitting me cause I'm speaking unholy. They're chasing diamonds and rollers, they chasing Rarries and Rovers. Made it my business to focus, make it your business to focus. Cause if you know this, you're not alone if you are devoted. We're about that action, but we're in control. No, we're not reacting. Tell that music go, man. I'm ready to go live. I'm Darian Tucker.
And I'm Dushawn Dotson.
And you're watching Civilized
Eyes
Podcast. Today's date is August the 28th, 2022.
And the time is currently...
What time is it?
7:01 p.m.
Eastern Time, U.S. and Canada.
Yes.
So how y'all doing out there? Now we're going to try to stay as still as possible because someone told us on the back end that we glitch up. And if you've been watching, usually you might have seen that glitch. But anyway, any event, I meant to say.
Moving forward.
How you been doing?
I've been doing great in yourself.
That's great. I've been doing good.
That's good.
If y'all can hear us and see us, please let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Now, is that green screen behind us? Does it look like we have a living room behind us?
Or does it look like we have a piano behind us?
Or does it look like it's just our natural background? Let us know, because we're blind and we try to make it appealing to the eye. Yes. But really, in depth, we want to keep up. So y'all need to kind of be considerate, man. They blind and they try to, make sure that it's attractive so we can get engaged. Mm-hmm. But really, me and Dushawn, we don't care about
it. Surely don't.
We care about the content that's going to be provided and presented to you.
Most definitely.
Shout out to our usual viewers.
Yes. Oh, and I have to do this. I have to shout out our number one fan, Mr. Scott Preston.
What's up, Preston?
What's going on, Scott?
What you on, man?
Yeah, because Scott Preston, he hits me up all the time, and he always says to me,
right,
Dushawn, hey, when y'all going live today? Y'all doing the podcast? And also shout out to Akila K. She also hit me up this evening asking me on behalf of Scott if we were going live. Here we are, Scott. We live.
Yeah, we live, man.
Yes.
We live.
Yeah, we lit.
Yeah, we
Wait,
live.
do y'all still say lit?
What you mean, y'all?
I don't know.
Yeah, I say what I say. I don't know.
I don't either.
Live,
let us
lit,
know what
grits. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's going.
We're
grits.
Here. We're here. We're in there.
That little slight pause just got me. All right, so.
But anywho.
Yeah, we thank y'all, man, for tuning in.
Yes.
Again, like I said, my name is Darian Tucker. This Civilized Eyes Podcast.
I'm Dushawn Dotson.
And we're ready to give you the content of what does the Title 1 of the ADA adjudicate.
Yes.
So if you was here last week, we briefly introduced you to the ADA law, who signed it, what year it was passed.
Yes.
We told you it was George W. Bush.
The father.
Year 1990. It was passed in the month of January.
Yes.
ADA is abbreviated for Americans with
Disabilities Act. Yes.
And it protects people with
disabilities
from being discriminated against.
Yes. But not only people with disabilities, right?
Yeah, it's only people. That's why I say Americans with Disabilities Act.
Oh, you know something? I'm thinking about the other law.
You talking about the EEOC?
Yeah, the EEOC. My fault, y'all. There's so many laws and whatnot going on that protects people that after a while it becomes, a bit.
Yeah.
But it's all good because this is what we have, protection.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So the ADA law,
which is American Disability Act.
Yep, and it is a law that protects people
with disabilities. Yes.
Wow, I did not know that.
Well, so that means it protects you and I.
Yeah, it protects you and I, deaf people, lame people.
Yes.
Blind people.
You and I.
Yeah, so
Yes.
People with intellectual development
Disability.
disabilities,
Yeah.
breathing problems,
Yes.
any if you have been have lost
Discriminated.
any normal ability,
Yes.
normal physical ability, then yeah, you're protected up under this ADA law, and it's worthy of considering.
Mhm.
You can find the ADA law on ada.gov. It has it goes from Title 1 to Title 3,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken. And it also have a list of resources on there as well. At the bottom of the website, there are a lot of quick links that leads you to USA jobs and federal programs such as EEOC, that assist you with your issues with employers discriminated against you.
Yes.
On the basis of your disability. It's a Department of Justice. All the contact information that you need and information that you need is on that website.
Yes.
Now, Dushan, do you have anything to say towards that?
No, just thank you for the
Any
protection.
announcements?
Well, as I said though, I've already made the announcement that was asked of me to make, which was and I've actually really wanted to do this anyhow, which was shout out Scott Preston, and also Miss Akila K. Yeah, Akila K has
What's
actually.
Up, Akila?
Shout out.
Shout out to Jeff.
Yeah.
How you doing, man? I mean, you know what I mean. So we're getting into the habit of acknowledging everybody that's.
Before we continue on, I also want to shout out our 56 subscribe. That's how much I text you,
50, right? No, 63.
Oh, my bad. Dang. 63. My 63 subscribers. My bad. It's just that, y'all are doing such an amazing job, by subscribing, liking, and sharing our videos and whatnot. Yep. Our podcast, rather. And we appreciate the love and support. Like we're just humble. Yes, we really do appreciate it. Also, we still we still want to encourage everyone to continue to like, share, and tell a friend that knows a friend that knows a friend to tell a friend about Civilized Eyes Podcast.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So,
because we have very, very, very great content. Yep.
We got like 53 videos.
Yeah, that's why I confused.
I believe it's the 54th video.
Yeah, I believe so as well.
Yeah. So now, I just love advocacy.
Yes.
I have dreams of establishing an office where in a quiet place where I can just study laws all day long to see where some advocacy is needed. So I was talking with my brother a couple of days ago, and I was telling him that I wanted to save as much money as I can possible.
Shout out to Hassan.
So I can get all the prerequisites needed to start moving to establishing such a business. And I was talking with him about how it would just be not be a challenging circumstance of me getting up in the morning to go to such a job like that. But I will be profiting from it, and I will also be enjoying just the time of helping individuals out, how to analyze documents, contracts, law, all stuff like that. Just an advisor on the law. But today we're going to be talking about Title I. What does Title I is it? What is Title I adjudicating in its language? Well, they put it in self-explanatory on the website. It's Title I prohibits discrimination in the areas of employment,
state and local governments, even commercial businesses. Doesn't matter if they're private. Uh, all places that are open to the public. The Title One covers covers and protects the people with disabilities, and all of those aspects.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go onto my phone. Now I might be glitching right now. That's just because I'm moving.
Oh no, I don't think that we glitched because remember we don't have the.
Yeah, I think it's still on there though.
Really?
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the 88 website, and I'm just going to scan and read Title One.
Title 1 of the Americans Enforcement. Heading Title 1 of the Americans U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Disability discrimination. How to file a charge of discrimination.
See? It teach you how to file a discrimination.
If you think you have been discriminated against in employment on the basis of contact, link,
But I'm not going to go to that. I'm trying to...
9. Enforcement. Employment. Title 1. Heading not found. Title 1 of the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 prohibits private employers, state and local governments, employment agencies and labor unions from discriminating against qualified individuals with disabilities in job application procedures, hiring, firing, advancement, compensation, job training, and other terms, conditions, and privileges of employment. The ADA covers employers with 15 or more employees, including state and local governments. It also applies to employment agencies and to labor organizations.
Okay.
Enforcement. Heading Level 2. U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Link. Disability discrimination.
Okay. So Title One was just touching on the EEOC. We already touched on that in one of our previous podcasts.
Yes.
The EEOC stands for Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. This is the federal agency that enforces. Somebody in sleeping.
I'm sorry, excuse me, pardon me.
This is
and we haven't even done it yet.
The EEOC is the federal agency that enforces these laws.
Yes.
You know, in some case, I heard a lot of people that have looked into the ADA law. Yeah. I hear a lot of people saying that the ADA law really isn't that strong when it comes to accessibility standards and to educate employers on what is the standard for making whatever needs to be accessible to the disabled community. What's the standard? How can we know? I mean, the ADA law isn't clear on that. That's what they say. But I'm not saying that. I'm a beginner in reading the ADA law, so I can't give a clear judgment on that. But let me know what you think. Have you looked into the ADA law? Is that true that the ADA law doesn't give clear understanding on what accessible standards are? Now, by experience, I know what's accessible. What I need to access public services. When I walk into a local government department such as the DDS or SSA, it consists of forms that I have to fill out in order to receive services.
And remember, we did a podcast on that as well about how. Remember, we went to DDS, I believe it was called down there, and remember they weren't able to provide for us an application or and also paperwork that was accessible, for us, blind and whatnot. Yeah.
So look at this. That where we was at, Look at this scenario. So me and Dushan we utilized the.
Jasmine.
Who is this?
Oh, this is Jasmine. Oh. Excuse us one moment.
No, yeah.
So Darren and I, we went to
she hung up.
So Darren and I, we went to DDS to get some applications and forms and whatnot. And we evidently, obviously, we needed paperwork in another form, another state of form. And the DDS, that DDS in particular, and I'm hearing in other DDSs, like for example, Akila K, she explained to me that in where is she? Ohio, that also in Ohio, and we presume that in other states as well, being that it's DDS, that they aren't accessible for people who are blind, and we presume that they are also inaccessible for those of other disabilities as well. So yeah, this is where we are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we was in a scenario where we walked into this building called Department of Driver Services because we needed to get our IDs updated. No, I'm about to. But
you about to go in depth
from that perspective.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So
go ahead.
we encountered the agent there, and the agent said that we have to first go onto a website and fill out the application to receive service. So we go onto the website with.
I'm okay.
Oh, we go onto the website to attempt to try to fill out the application that she mentioned, and the website is accessible all the way through with with our voiceovers. So, but what was inaccessible was the time duration that's allotted to fill out the application. So, absolutely. Sometimes the voiceover and screen reader, doesn't operate, doesn't, function right all the time. That could be due to low Wi-Fi, low data, and all this stuff makes it move slow. So, that was kind of frustrating being rerouted back to the home page.
Yep.
Not even getting to the last name edit box.
Yep.
But where we got to fill out this application first,
Yes.
Before we can get service. So we go back up there. We let them know that the website is inaccessible due to the time duration.
Yep.
We need more time to fill out the application. Yep. So they say, well, do you have anyone, a family or friend that can help you? No, I don't have a family or friend that can help me. What we need is this time duration to be longer. So me and my fiance can have enough time to independently fill out our own application.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we don't trust anybody to know the information that we're submitting into your server, your system.
Yes.
Why can't we independently fill it out on our own like everybody else? So, but our phones had low, data and all this stuff. So she was stating to us that they had a computer in the facility.
Here's the joke.
Whereby individuals could use it to print out and fill out the application online, print out information needed, such as like a bank statement or some mail with the address, showing your address and all that.
But where was that going to get us? It's not helping us because still we're blind. So how are we going to be able to fill out this printed application and whatnot, like all this printed information that they were going to provide to us?
Hello?
That's Jasmine.
What's up? I'm doing a podcast real quick. Let me hit you back.
So in any event,
yeah, I know who you is.
Oh, are they watching us?
No, he can't see it right now.
Oh,
let me hit you back.
Oh, well, tell him to watch it after we're done.
Right.
So in any event, as I was saying, so we were unfortunately, like they weren't able to provide for us the accessibility that we needed to proceed on with the application.
Yeah, so she stated that they had a computer in the area. And I asked, "Oh well, does it have a screen reader on it?"
Mm-hmm.
And she did not.
Did she even know what a screen reader was?
She did not know. Yeah, she didn't know what that was. I told her that it was a voice dictation that is on that reads the information on the screen through audio. You know, and she
she was shocked that they had anything like that.
They didn't have it.
Yes.
So she reverted back to saying and asking, did we have any friends or family members that can assist us? I told her no. We live on our own. We're independent. And you all are supposed to have these accommodations in place according to the ADA, Americans with Disability Act.
Yes.
This stuff is everywhere.
Absolutely.
There's no reason why every federal agency we got to go to, well, majority, we got to go to, and that we're coming across these barricades and challenges. I know that there is a solution that is right in front of our faces that can make this better, and I know one is education.
Most definitely. We have to educate the people.
Community meetings with the head and authority to enforce this all the way around. So people like me and Dushan can't, doesn't have to put up with this every day. Being told that, we're working on it. Get back with us in 2 years.
Yeah.
No one else is being told this.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was crazy when that lady told us that. She was telling us that that they're still new and that they just recently got the computers that they have or something like that. And like he just said, as Darren just said, she also then continued on to state to us that, that we should come, like he just said, we should come back in like 2 years, and then they have. I was so frustrated that Darren had to escort me out the room. I mean, out the facility. But I didn't get belligerent or out of whatever. But I was a bit like frustrated. But yeah, we reached out to other people.
So I'm going to read this.
What are you going to read? What are you going
Title
to read?
1 of the Americans with Disabilities. Okay. Title 1 of the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 prohibits private employers, state and local governments, employment agencies, and labor unions from discriminating against qualified individuals with disabilities in job application and job procedures, hiring, firing, advancement, compensation, job training, and other terms, conditions, and privileges of employment. The ADA covers employers with 15 or more employees. It also applies to employment agencies that have contracts with federal government, federal contractors. So the enforcement part of this, who enforces it? You enforce it, and also the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. But it's our duty when we identify discrimination to report it to the EEOC so we can make a claim and file a charge.
Yes.
Where it will go to court. If the mitigation process that the EEOC would do with the employer to find a solution to the problem, if that can't be solved, if there's no solution or nothing, then it has to go to the court, and a settlement must procure. So here we go. Disability discrimination. How to file a charge of discrimination. If you think you have been discriminated against in the employment on the basis of disability, you should contact the EEOC. No, the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. A charge of discrimination generally must be filed within 180 days within the alleged discrimination. You may have up to 300 days to file a charge. Okay. So 180 days. Now let me tell y'all about this. So I was discriminated against in the beginning of August, and I filed the charge with the EEOC against them. Well, I made an inquiry against the employer. That's the first step that you got to do. You know, just because the EEOC gonna evaluate your situation to see if it was discrimination. So I'm in that step right now, but my concerns is the scheduling date. If there's no open appointments available to get an EEOC federal agent to assess my situation to see if it was discrimination, within 180 days, does that mean I will lose the opportunity to enforce the law upon the employer? I don't know. I have to get a hold of a federal agent. I feel like you want to say something.
Oh no, no. I'm just sitting here just listening to you. No, well, actually, now I do want to say something. Actually, so when you don't, if they don't contact you within the 180 days,
if you don't make the discrimination known within 180 days, your opportunity to address it could be over with. You lost your moment.
But you have made the claim.
You made the claim, but it was after the set time of filing the charge.
Yeah, but I'm saying that you have made the claim within 180 days, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So if it takes more than 100, can't you, let's say it's at 179 days, right? Could you put in the claim again to shift the 180 days over into more days? You see what I'm saying?
179 days, you still within that bracket. But if it goes over 181, it's over for some states.
So for the state that we're in, would it be more? I mean, is it within the 180?
Some states, 300 days. Some states, 180 days.
And so Georgia is 180 days.
I believe so. I think larger states may got that higher number. So if discrimination is suspected, technical assistance. What?
I don't know. You.
There might be why they constructing their website, because that did not make any sense.
What did it say?
If discrimination is suspected, technical assistance, materials, heading 11.2. Oh, never mind. They got it separated. They got to send it separated. Hold on. Let me see if somebody come in.
Wrapping to top. For comments tab.
Oh, we got 4 comments.
Okay.
Banners tab. Brand tab. 3 of 4. To activate that page for private chat tab. For comments tab star. Mr. Ballum 307. 1 p.m. That's better.
That's Jeff. He said
Mr.
that's better.
Show comment.
Okay,
and
thank
comment
you.
Actions button star comment button. Mr. Ballum 307. 2 p.m. It's good.
It's good.
He said
Thank
it's
you.
good.
Show
Okay.
comment act star comment button. Mr. Ballum 307, 2 p.m. It looks good.
Thank
Man,
you.
he said keep coming.
Thank you for saying that. I look
Show
good. I mean, we
comment
look good.
action star comment Scott Preston 7:08 p.m. Thanks for the shout out.
Oh, no doubt,
Yeah,
Scott. I
Show
told you we're gonna
comment
shout you
star
out.
comment button. List end. Post a comment.
No doubt, Scott. Man, I told you I was gonna shout. Well, I didn't tell you I was gonna shout you out.
WLCOME.
But I already had it in my mind. I was gonna shout you out.
Welcome. A and TH. A
Really
and K.
typing. That
S.
hurts
Thanks. FOR for TAB. ALYFRS.
But yeah,
Analysis.
I didn't
Explain.
like see how important. I don't even think I even heard of the ADA law before I became, you know, disabled myself, you know, a blind individual.
Private chat tab.
I've never heard of the ADA law. So it's funny how, you know, like when you're placed into situations and then you become more aware, and you know, more active upon those situations. Once again, like I said, before I became blind, I never heard of the ADA law. And the ADA law came out. The ADA law came about 2 years after I was born, 1990. I was born in 88, y'all. But yeah, it came out 2 years after I was born. So I say all that to say that I had time well enough to know about the ADA between that time and 1990 and the time I became blind, which was in 2001. But I never knew about it until this podcast right here. Well, not this podcast right here in particular, but you know, the podcast that we started talking about it on, which was what, last podcast or the podcast before. Yeah, I never heard of the ADA law, but this podcast has, you know, allowed me to show, you know, to see great appreciation within the ADA law and the EEOC.
Man,
what's that?
I'm looking at their website. It don't make it's.
Is that the ADA
They can
website?
make it more organized than this. Even the ADA website, like, it's just in my opinion, y'all. Even the ADA website kind of look funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
What you do? What you do when I'm gonna get funny now?
Okay.
Now, what you do?
ADA, this has no bearing upon me.
What do you do
his opinion?
When a organization or agency that is vested with the power of enforcing disability rights laws, what you do when they discriminate? Who did you go to?
Well, like I said,
go march together. Oh, they're discriminating. What we go? But I always think about stuff like that. What do you do when they discriminate?
You know something? I was thinking about that a few days ago myself. Like, dang, like, what do you do? Because after we did the EEOC podcast,
you made laws and passed them.
Excuse me.
And try to talk with your senator and representative, like, man, the agency, they discriminating. You know, they block it. There's no appointment to set. They putting other people first. Mm-hmm. You know, they treat us differently.
After we had did the EEOC podcast, I thought about that. I was thinking, okay, like, where do we, as disabled or individuals with disability, like, what do we do if for example, the EEOC? Where do we go if the EEOC, if they were to discriminate us? Like, where do we go?
You go to yourself. Y'all, you come together with like-minded, and you assess the problem, and you come up with a solution.
Absolutely.
And that's one step going to solve the problem. If there's no trust in the individuals that was originally to be elected to be put in trust, or and when I'm talking about, I'm not only elected but employed to be like trustees to protect our disability rights. It means that's taking advantage, playing with us.
Absolutely.
And I want to make this clear that this platform, this podcast,
in particular,
is to only advance and to civilize our minds to things that are not before us. For you to really become, awareness. That can happen. Where the service that, the people that's supposed to service you and protect this right can also discriminate against you.
Yes.
What do you do in that matter? You go to the same agency and report that they're discriminating against you? I don't know. But I was just thinking about stuff like that too.
Likewise. As I said, I thought about that on the last podcast that we had. I was thinking like, dang, like where do we go if I'm not saying that they would, but if the EEOC, if they were to discriminate against us, like where do we go?
And banners tab, comments tab, complementary region tab, comments tab, 1 of 4 to activate.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna end the podcast now. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Come back next week, Sunday,
7 p.m.
Eastern time.
And Canada.
Yeah, and US. United States.
And Canada. My fault, y'all. But in any event, we enjoy y'all. We appreciate y'all for coming in, spending time with us, Civilized Eyes Podcast. And
3 of 4.
We just look forward to seeing y'all again come next Sunday, 7 p.m. Good night, everyone.
Moved up to beginning. Brand.
Look at it. See what I mean by this technology?
Private chat.
This stuff can
wrapping banners tab. Brand tab. Private chat tab.
I'm gonna file discrimination against you. That says technology.
By the way,
comments tab.
Darian, I had a suggestion came to me by way of Tiffany Lenore. Thank you, Tiffany Lenore. She, who I'm talking about, she has suggested that we, like for example, the voiceover.
Yeah.
That you put headphones in your ears.
Talking about with this voiceover?
Yes.
Well, whoever made that recommendation, I will try to do that.
Tiff.
But I do not have any headphones to go into my laptop right now.
Oh.
But I will work on that.
Yes. Oh, really? I thought we had headphones.
I don't like wires.
I don't like wires either.
I got to get some Bluetooth headphones.
You know it too? Yeah, I have to. Something? I've been wanting to invest.
Yeah, so everyone, this is an announcement. So ever since 2020, I've been trying to find employment. I had at least 4 employers discriminate against me, and they're all on the list of being. I tried to work with them. I tried to.
Yes, I do.
I tried my best.
Yes, you surely do. And I'm not being biased, y'all.
I am one who is not afraid to enforce discipline.
Surely isn't.
So they're on the list. But this is the announcement. I am employed. Really, I employ myself. I'm an entrepreneur now.
Awesome.
I'm going to be selling
Avon.
I wasn't going to say that.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
was going to say beauty products.
Yeah, but Avon, look, you gotta be specific.
Okay, I'm selling Avon, everybody.
Yes.
And
let me tell y'all. Excuse me. Let me talk to the people real quick. So yes, so Avon I know the ladies out here. They most definitely know about Avon. I'm sorry, baby, to back you up real quick. But yes, we are selling Avon products. And and we would, like for y'all to, to purchase, some Avon products and whatnot. Just send your who should they send?
That was to do.
Okay.
Okay, so they do it in campaigns. So products come out, new products and all that come out in campaigns. Prior to the campaign, ahead of time, the representative, Avon representative, such as me and Dushan,
yes,
they in our back office account on the website, they give us the digital brochures and magazines that we can show out, give to our friends and family.
Yes.
So they can see, what's coming out in that campaign.
Yes.
So if you want a brochure and magazine, so you can look and see what you want to order, let us know.
Yes.
You can email Civilized Eyes Podcast at gmail.com.
Spelled CIVILIEDEYESPODCAST.com. I'm sorry, at gmail.com. Okay. My bad. I'm just so good with spell. I got too ahead of myself because I'm like, yes, I spelled Civilized Eyes correct.
Or you can call me at 706.
Why you gotta get out your number? There's too many women out here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, thank
you.
Just
email Civilized Eyes Podcast at gmail.com.
Or you can hit us up on Facebook.
Yep. Oh, yeah, go to Civilized Eyes Podcast Facebook group.
Yes, absolutely.
So you can reach us there. Now, they got a lot of good products. Yes. So soft. Yes. They give us samples. The samples where you can sample it and see if you really want it or not.
Yeah. So which ones you want. Look, yeah, I'm looking.
It's time out now. I'm joking. The reason I acting like that because I'm hungry. I'm really sleepy.
Yeah.
Now. So...
Yes. Oh, and tonight let's tell them what's on the dish for tonight.
Oh, I don't know.
Grandma, yes, tacos. Yes, we're gonna have some tacos.
All right, we're gonna let you go. I'm ready to
go. All right, later, y'all. Good night. See y'all Sunday.
Countdown overbrand video dash out info.
I divided my time to divide both of them minds. Not in the sense of bonus shit like when they say that one's mine. You gotta open your mind so it can open your eyes. And I'm promoting that opening cause I'm noticing potent. As if epiphany's hitting me cause I'm speaking unholy. They're chasing diamonds and rollers, they chasing Rarries and Rovers. Made it my business to focus, make it your business to focus. Cause if you know this you're not alone, if you are devoted. We're about that action, but we're in control. No, we're not reacting.
60.137.
Yeah, that was a good podcast, though.
Edit broadcast by Civilized Broad. Full screen. Ed broad enter.
Yeah.
Not yet.